Tra-la-di-di-hi-di-ho, da-ha-di-hi-di-hi-di-ho. Tra-la-di-di-hi-di-ho, happily ever after. Tra-la-di-di-hi-di-ho, the princess, she walked happily home. Tra-la-di-di-hi-di-ho, she lived happily ever after.
I was trying to get us back on the rails.
Okay, we're on the rails. We're going. Somebody start.
Whoop whoop!
What's that noise?
That's the folklore train coming into town.
What's that noise, kids?
That's the Folklore Express.
It thinks it can.
Coming on the track.
Choo Choo 99.
That's not a bad slogan for our show. It thinks it can.
I don't know. Sometimes the birds are women. I think it's more accurate. Gordy, you don't have your label maker.
Oh, should I get it?
How are we going to decoupage this table?
Treason.
Should I go get it?
Probably.
It's a new character on our show.
All right. Insert some.
We've learned a lot thanks to it.
Interval music.
We have, and now we have those lessons so that our guests may be edified.
Shh, we're listening to music right now. Do you hear it?
It's not very good.
It's not very good. It wouldn't be my choice if I was editing.
I'm sorry if we ended up using Babar's music. It was the best. I don't know what's going in here.
Yeah, Gordy has full control over what just happened.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Nothing. You'll hear later.
What did you do while I was gone?
It's okay. You'll find out.
Okay, well, I have it. Our unofficial
Phew.
fifth cast member.
Because our fourth one is laying next to us right now, silently, after having thoroughly cleaned herself.
I would say that we have 3 2/3 cast members.
That's probably fair. So you're telling me this thing's contribution is equivalent to Cricket's. That seems right.
Yeah.
It has appeared on 2 episodes.
Yeah, we're talking about you, Cricket. This is in your hands.
She's just glaring at the couch, hoping it ends soon.
Okay, what are we doing here?
We're doing folklore, I guess. Still, forever.
Why are we doing it?
Because these tales are ridiculous. And I like to torture you two, because friendship is dead.
Misery loves company.
It's 2017. Friendship is dead.
Only torture. This is how we know to interact with each other.
Yeah, so we're going to be reading a piece of folklore that will be determined somehow. I don't know, we're going to pick one. But we our MO is to go for more obscure, stranger pieces of folklore because we don't want to rehash stuff that you already know. And we're going to take a deep dive into a weird one and try to figure out what's going on and fill in some plot holes and figure out why people wrote this down. Why is this a thing?
And we are doing it for the 99th time.
9-9.
Which means there's only one this episode. It's the last one between us and whatever random bullshit we're going to do to celebrate 100.
I just want you guys to feel that in your bones. That this has happened 99 times now.
I feel it. I feel it every week.
The gravity of that.
We're entering triple digits soon.
And by we, we mean...
Oh, I'm Carmen, the reader. I'm currently fighting with my... How many pages is it? 169-paged Google document of folklore. Trying to get it to work.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Gordy. Just so you know.
That's
just
Cricket. That's Label Maker.
Just for reference later.
You're all...
If anyone would like to give the label maker a name, tweet at us.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I don't have a name for it, so...
It's odd that there's not a label on the Label Maker.
Yeah, we gotta fix that, so make sure that you give us a good name so that we can type one.
The one thing it can't label is itself.
That's where...
Until it has a name.
Yeah, that's where our listeners come in.
It's a reverse Hemingway.
we need you. Okay, so what are we reading? What's on the plate? In the dugout?
Well,
Up to bat.
Take
a swing. Tee it off. Homer.
I know maybe less about baseball than I do about basketball. And we tried to do a very dunk-centric episode. That might not be true. It's probably about equal. Shortstop?
Line drive. Corner pocket. The hat trick.
I'm just waiting for you to run out.
I'm done. What are we reading?
Well, you guys will get to choose this time.
What?
And a little consolation prize for 99 times of doing this.
That's nice.
You probably won't get to choose for episode 100.
Doubtful.
We'll do something special. And by special, I mean entirely without your input.
So which 3 are on the docket?
We are currently looking at, from Grimm, Our Lady's Child.
Grimm's usually good.
From Belarusia, The Cottage in the Sky.
Okay.
Hope we haven't read that one.
Nope.
Not that I remember.
And from South Africa, Unanana and the Elephant.
That's one we've heard about before, but we keep passing it up.
We come very close.
We did come close. Do you have a metric by which you would like to choose?
Yes. I think that you should come up with one, though.
Should I?
Yeah. Because I don't like mine.
Well, I know which one I want to read, but I don't have a fun way of choosing other than I just like the way it sounds.
I've only come up with one, and it's just kind of sticking in my brain.
Uh-huh.
It's relevant to recent events,
Okay.
shall we say.
Okay.
And that's why I don't feel that it is our best servant this evening.
I have a backup method. If you would like to share yours, or if you would rather keep that in the dark recesses of your brain, shamefully hidden from the world, you may.
I think we should hear your method.
I just want to hear which story features urine the most.
Yeah. #golden showers. Look it up. It might still be trending when this goes out. Who knows?
We haven't had a lot of stories featuring urine at all.
That's
So
true.
Your chances are kind of low here.
I just mean, given those titles, which is most likely to feature it. As I said, not a great method this week.
I kind of
Not a solid metric.
I kind of want to read Cottage in the Sky because I think they stole it from Miyazaki, and I want to try to catch them.
Who also stole it.
Miyazaki?
Yeah.
Who did he steal it from?
That was not an original story.
Was it not?
It was not.
But it was licensed.
Yes.
It wasn't stolen.
No, it wasn't stolen.
Well, who wrote the
but
story?
I don't think that this is stolen either.
Who wrote the story?
I don't know.
Well, we'll see.
Do you want my auxiliary method for choosing, or are you just...
Please.
I was
Save
gonna
us
say,
from the tailspin.
Gordy, close your eyes. Tap many keys on your label maker.
Okay.
We'll read the story with the most letters in common with whatever label you make.
Okay. These are laid out alphabetically, so it's not like I can't use keyboard reflexes.
Right. But try to anyway. No cheating.
Try to what?
Try to do that anyway.
Do what?
Spell it as quickly as you can.
Oh, okay.
With your keyboard reflexes.
Okay.
Because I want whatever this is to adorn this coffee table forever.
Is that the space bar? Maybe. Here, this is going to be perfect. Because I'm going to rig it to be the one that I want. Cottage in the... that feels like an S to me. Sky.
Print that label.
Print it.
Print it, Gordy.
Well, it's not far off. Do you want me to just read out? Oh, this looks like something in Russian. Do you want me to just read out the letters in order?
Hit me with it.
Or do you want to see it all at once?
I want to hear you pronounce it phonetically. As best you can manage.
Kiwaj.
Mm-hmm.
Ajnichux.
Alright, I'm gonna need that for the official judging. Go ahead and play judging music.
What's our judging music?
It's happening right now, don't you hear it?
It's the Jeopardy theme song, fair use.
Probably.
Probably not. It's parody.
Alright, Our Lady's Child has 5 letters in common with this random string.
Is that the winner, or are you just
I'm just letting you know.
scoring as you go?
How great a letdown will it be
If
if it's not the one that you tried to game the system with?
this is hard to do. Boy, that end was not where I thought it was. I definitely thought that all the letters I wanted were on the edges for some reason.
The cottage in the sky also has 5 letters in
boy.
common.
Okay. Do we need to do a tiebreaker? Unless Unanana takes it?
Should I count these letters only once? Like, there's an N in this, and there are a lot of N's in Unanana. But should it only count for one N?
I
Probably.
think once, yeah.
Okay.
If there are multiple N's, then you can count it. Like, if I typed more than one N, you can count it that many times toward the title.
Unanana has 6.
Alright. Unanana it is.
Alright, find a place of honor for that. My tiebreaker was going to be Our Lady's Child wins because it has 5 letters in common but fewer letters in it than the cottage in the sky, so a greater letter density.
Okay.
So in no circumstance was Gordy actually going to win.
No.
That's what you get for trying to cheat.
Sounds like a
Let
fun.
this be a lesson.
Sounds like a fun story. I really want to read Cottage in the Sky.
Well, maybe it'll come back. I don't remember what it's about. It's been a long time since I noted it.
I have a guess.
Well, before last summer, in fact, for most of these.
Maybe it's Skyward Sword. And it's actually really bad.
Well, this one comes from South Africa, sourced from the book Women, Folk, and Fairy Tales, edited by Rosemary Menard.
Cool.
Hit
Ready?
the dusty trail.
Many, many years ago, there was a woman named Unanana who had 2 beautiful children. She lived in a hut near the roadside, and the people passing would often stop when they saw her children and exclaim at the roundness of their limbs, and the smoothness of their skin, and the brightness of their eyes. I want to try this next time we're at a mall. And you see a kid, and you're like, you just see a kid, and you're just like, what round limbs!
Check you out, you little booba.
Little chubster.
You got such bright eyes.
And smooth skin.
Oh.
It's perfect for lamps.
And then you walk away. Early one morning, Unanana went into the brush to grab some firewood, and she left the 2 children playing with their little cousin, who just happened to be living with them at the time.
Cousin Oliver.
Yes, sure. The children were playing games when they hear a rustling, and they turn to see a puzzled baboon, who asks the cousin, "Whose children are these?" And she answers that they're Unanana's, because the cousin is not so round and smooth of skin and bright of eyes, so the baboon doesn't care who the cousin is.
She's very sharp.
Yes.
She just angles of bones all over.
Cut yourself just looking at her.
She is heroin chic before it was cool.
The baboon replies, well, 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 I've never seen such beautiful children as these. And then it goes back into the woods. This is us at the mall.
And it just disappears into the hedge like Homer Simpson.
Yep. And the children go back to playing.
Yeah, I guess.
Do they do it slowly at least? Cautiously?
How do you call the police on a baboon that might have threatened your kids?
I don't know.
What extension is the baboon police?
What?
No one else here is familiar with your extensions theory of police calls.
I have a theory.
Okay. I don't think I know this one.
It's recent.
It's yesterday.
Okay, I definitely don't know it.
I think that you can get very qualified members of law enforcement who are specialized in an area of expertise that you can reach by knowing their extension when you call 911.
Now,
He decided upon this by threatening to call the robbery police on me should I take more bites than he thought I was allowed to of the calzone we were sharing.
now,
They are a crack force.
did you say that you can do this, or you should be able to do this?
You should be able to.
Okay, you're not saying that this is a system currently in place?
Allegedly.
Allegedly so. Okay, that's fair. There's no proof either way.
So there are
There are
robbery
3, by the way.
police, and there are...
The robbery police, they're on 3.
Yeah. I thought
So
there
if
were
you
5.
so if you call
No.
911 extension 3,
Yeah.
you get robberies.
Hello, robbery police. How can we help you?
And they are trained to respond to robberies.
Yeah.
and
okay.
only robberies.
I mean, that makes sense.
If they
to me.
can't get the things back, they will reimburse those things. Guaranteed. They will build you a new one, whatever it was. Car, you got it. House, no problem. PS4, we'll build one.
It's hard, but they'll do it. It might not be good.
Who robs a house? Who steals a whole house?
Carmen Sandiego.
Someone who has a dirigible. Obviously.
If they can't track a dirigible with a house on it.
You guys are distracting from my question.
He's
Which is
saying,
what extension are the baboon police on?
It's probably a lesser used extension, so I'm guessing like 27 baboon complement police.
why 27?
It can't be that unusual.
Well, what's 1 through 26 that you think it's that far down?
Well, we know 3 is robbery. 1's probably murder.
I think that it's 8. Ask me why.
Because it looks like a baboon butt.
Because it looks like a butt.
Yeah.
That's the butt number.
That's what I was gonna say.
We're moving on now.
I'm just mad because you didn't think of that.
I'm mad for a lot of reasons, but that's not one of them. Alright, so they're still playing, and a little while later they hear the crack of a twig, and they look up to see a gazelle staring at them. And the gazelle asks the cousin, whose children are these? And the cousin says, they're Unanana's.
Is the cousin getting self-conscious yet?
Yeah, the cousin knows that compared to these round, bright-eyed, soft skins,
I'm not their secretary. I'm a cousin.
she's...
I belong.
She or he, I don't know, the cousin's never gendered, I don't think. Just bumpy skin all the way. Eyes a little
Very
dull.
toad-like, this cousin. That's what you're saying.
I'm gonna put down the number for the baboon police. That was very tiny writing. Maybe I should make this bigger. Alright.
Alright,
Gazelle.
yeah, and the gazelle says, well, I've never seen such beautiful children as these, and Homer Simpson's back into the brush.
Something is being plotted.
Yeah, I feel like they're working together.
That's very suspicious activity from both of those animals.
The children get tired of their game, so they grab a gourd and they go and dip it into a pot of water by the hut, and they drink their fill. While the cousin is drinking...
War machines, you think?
Huh?
War machines?
War Machines?
Yeah. What were they playing?
The game?
Yeah.
Power Rangers. How many of them are there?
3.
3.
And we don't know the genders?
I don't think so, no.
That's tough then. It's hard to know. But Power Rangers has plenty of both. So whichever way the
So
three
many
of them,
to choose from.
whichever way the 3 of them identify, and you've always got Alpha. Like somebody can be the robot,
You're right, Gordon. We always have Alpha.
so he'll always be with us. What's going on? There's a gazelle, and they drank some water.
Yeah, they're drinking water. Cousin's drinking the water, and a sharp bark makes her drop her gourd in fear. Or him. I don't know. Them. Makes them drop the gourd in fear. Cousin looks up to see a leopard. Instead of eating her, the leopard asks her, whose children are these? She says, they're Unanana's, but backs up in case the leopard should spring on her. But the leopard is not interested in eating, and just comments that he's never seen such beautiful children before disappearing back into the brush. The children are now kind of freaked out by all of these animals coming by and asking the same question.
And that's sensible. I'm glad that they're reacting appropriately.
They call for Unanana to come back quickly, but instead of their mother, a giant elephant with only one tusk comes out and stares at them.
You called?
Then the elephant bellows, whose children are these? At the cousin, waving its trunk toward the kids who are trying to hide behind a big stone because they're, I guess, tired of being stared at by everybody who passes by. The cousin stammers that they're Unanana's, and the elephant says, I have never seen such beautiful children before. I shall take them away with me. And then he opens his mouth and swallows them.
Elephant is first to act.
High initiative.
Yes.
It seems like either it's 4 separate heists planned at the same time, or it's one very uncoordinated heist.
Oh, the cousin is a girl. Okay, cool. Only the pretty kids are swallowed. Cousin shrieked and hid in a hut and listened for the elephant to leave. And then Unanana comes home with wood, and the little girl rushes to her, and she's a little incomprehensible in her distress.
Fair.
And also because that's kind of an incomprehensible situation to explain to anybody. But after a little while, Unanana gets the whole story out of her. She asks if her children were swallowed whole, if they might still be alive inside of the elephant. The cousin doesn't know and begins to cry louder. Well, says Unanana sensibly, there's only one thing to do. We must go into the bush to ask the animals about the elephant. But first, preparations.
Fetch me my bastard sword.
I like Unanana. They tell her about her problem. She has a plan.
Unanana took a pot, cooked a lot of beans in it until they were soft and ready to eat. She took a large knife.
Yep.
She puts the pot of food on her head. She leaves the cousin in the hut because
That's a good look.
cousin is
Yeah.
giant,
Knife in hand, pot on head.
Bowie knife.
It's a very good look. I'm going to bring this up later. Never mind.
Why don't you make a note of it? So
Yeah, I'll write it down.
She leaves the cousin to the hut because his cousin's not useful and sets off into the bush.
She just leaves her behind.
Yeah.
I have a question. How do you spell Unanana?
U-N-A-N-A-N-A.
Wait, slow down. So, like, banana, kind of?
Yeah.
Sorta?
Ooh.
But instead of a banana, it's an ooh.
Nanana.
Nanana.
Well, don't look at this, though.
What?
Okay, you keep it over by your computer,
I'm not-
all secret. You can stick it to the table after you've asked it. Or made your point.
Okay, keep going.
These are your notes. They're only being recorded for posterity.
She finds the elephant's tracks, and she follows them, and she comes across the baboon. She asks after the elephant, and the baboon says that she needs to go till she sees the high trees and the white stones, and there you'll find the elephant.
She had this baboon, like, pinned to a tree, knife to its throat, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a Taken situation.
Except she's way more chill than Liam Neeson.
A little more chill. She does have a knife
I mean, she does.
and a pot of beans.
Does that reduce her chill levels?
I mean, they seem hot. She cooked them. It's gotta be warm on your head. Ouch.
Keep going.
Just waiting for that to stop. Okay. Alright, so she goes along, and she comes across the gazelle, and also pins it to a tree with a knife, and the gazelle gives the same answer, and she does the same with the leopard, all same sequence.
It's all three.
Yep.
Like you do when you're in one of these stories.
She's exhausted, presumably from threatening animals,
Yeah, that would take it out of you.
and she finally gets to the place with the trees and the white stones, and she sees a huge elephant lying in the shade. One glance was enough to show her that it only had one tusk.
Yeah.
Usually doesn't take more. She goes up angrily and shouts at him, asking if he ate her children.
And
The elephant replies lazily, "Oh no, go straight along until you come to a place with high trees and white stones and you'll find it."
the place that they're at.
Yeah.
That's where she is, right?
Yeah. It's a very lazy response.
But practiced. That's interesting.
The woman is sure this is the elephant responsible, so she stamps her foot and screams at him again. The elephant begins the same line, but Unanana rushes at him, waving her knife and yelling, "Where are my children? Where are they?" So yeah, I guess she is a little less chill. We're entering full Liam Neeson mode.
I will gut you, Babar. Don't think I won't.
Did you read that one?
Did
When
I?
you were a kid?
Yeah.
Babar gets gutted by an angry woman looking for her children.
Yeah, it was the best one.
The thrilling conclusion
The last scene
to the
was
Chronicles of Babar.
just his crown on the ground with a blood splatter on it.
Yeah, it was the season DVD cover.
So She's yelling and running, and the elephant opens his mouth and swallows her, the cooking pot, and the knife all in one gulp without bothering to even stand up. All according to her plan.
You gotta... Oh, man. She gotta use them beans now. That's why she's got them. There are 2 exits, and she's gonna force her way out one of them.
What is the bean payoff?
You can't show beans in the first act and not have them fire in the third.
Yeah, it is Chekhov's stanky bean gun that is about to go off.
So she wanders down to the elephant's stomach. The walls of the stomach are like the range of hills, and camped along these hills were little groups of people, dogs, goats, cows, and also her own beautiful children. They don't get grouped in with the people. They're better than people.
Is this one of the elephants that has Discworld on its back?
I
It
guess,
seems like a
yeah.
very big elephant.
He's got a whole world in his belly. So, yeah, probably.
The early years.
Like Monstro.
They cried out to her when they saw her, and they said they were all so hungry. Unanana took the cooking pot off of her head and began to feed her children. All of the other people crowded around, begging for just a small portion of food, so Unanana said scornfully, "Why not roast meat for yourselves? You are surrounded by it."
Just cut off a piece.
Yeah. Just take you a knife and get a slice.
Dumbo's not going to notice.
Well, he might.
It's like a tickle, though. He seems
Yeah.
very big.
Yeah. It is like a tickle.
So she took her knife and she cut large pieces of flesh from the elephant and roasted it over a fire built in the middle of the elephant's stomach. Soon everyone, including the dogs and goats and cattle, are feasting on the elephant meat very happily.
And suffocating from the smoke.
Nah, there's a vent.
Are you talking about his butthole?
Yeah, I am.
I thought that's what the beans were gonna be for.
Nope, that's for the kids.
It's
Rations.
gonna be like Blazing Saddles.
The groans of the poor elephant were heard all over the bush, and he said to the animals who came out to see what was up with him that
My guts are on
that
fire!
he felt very bad since swallowing Unanana.
Yeah. I bet.
The pain got worse and worse until with a final grunt the elephant dropped dead. Then Unanana seized her knife and hacked a doorway between its ribs, through which streamed dogs, goats, cows, men, women, and children, all shouting for joy.
That's a movie poster.
Was it the internal bleeding that got him?
Either
Or the
that
fire in the
internal
middle of his
fire.
stomach?
Not sure which would get you first. Medical experts, weigh in.
Inquiring minds need to know.
The animals made thankful sounds. If you've never heard a goat making a thankful sound, we got a science experiment to do.
Be interesting.
And the humans all gave Unanana gifts in gratitude, so when she reached her home, she was no longer poor.
Did they make thankful sounds? Or did they wordlessly give those gifts?
I think silently, staring at her.
Stone-faced.
That cousin, who no one cares about,
Mm-hmm.
was thrilled to see them again when they get home, because she thought they were all dead, and that night they all had a feast. Can you guess what they ate?
Beans!
Yes!
Beans!
Yes!
Beans?
Roasted elephant meat.
Oh.
What delivers nearby?
Elephant corpse.
Is that it?
Express.
Is that it?
Side of beans.
Were they
Sure.
open?
Jersey Mike's.
What?
Jersey Mike's side of beans? I don't know. I don't know what's available in their area.
Chipotle.
I ate roasted elephant meat. I answered your question.
Well, that's a bad riddle.
It's supposed to be something to make all the chillins laugh in the audience.
Seems pretty dark.
Like, haha.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Yeah, the children
Is
love
that-
murder. It's like their favorite.
Is that the end?
Yeah, that's the end.
All right, let's do it.
This one, by the way, was originally from Kathleen Arnott's African Myths and Legends, which is cited in many places around the internet. And this is the most common English source to my knowledge.
Good.
Just some more, like, real folklore information. This spread this apart.
I have a question
Yo.
about the identity of Unanana.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She being a knife wielding woman with a plan,
Uh-huh.
who is not opposed to tickling animals with her knife, and I did. I'm sure you see where this is going.
Sure.
Is Unanana the robber girl in some kind of witness protection program?
It's possible.
Is this like in the Second Born movie, where he's off the grid and he's got his life in India, and then they come for him again?
I'm trying to think of how likely it would be that robber girl would settle down at all and have children.
Maybe she's undercover.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where's she from? Sweden originally?
Denmark.
Denmark.
Or Denmark? Sure. And she made it to Africa.
Yeah.
She's a competent woman.
She's I don't doubt her abilities to make it to Africa and kill an elephant from the inside.
You will never get us on record as saying so.
I doubt her maternal inclinations.
Or is robber girl Unanana? You can do it either way. I don't care which order, like, which one is which.
Robber girl would have come first because she was younger in that story.
Sure. She would have grown up and become...
Is Unanana a disciple?
Maybe robber girl started, like, the Church of the Knife.
That I could believe.
and Unanana is I don't know, one of its chief disciples. That I like.
We could flag Unanana as a potential robber girl, but I think it's more likely that she would have been
At the very least,
trained.
a spiritual successor.
I'm saying these two characters strike me as being pretty similar. I would watch a buddy cop movie.
Oh yeah.
With starring Robber Girl and Unanana. If you want to know who Robber Girl is, listen to the two-parter called
Snow Queen.
Snow Queen, yeah. It's pretty recent.
We could complicate our folklore mythos by adding the concept of reincarnation in.
No, we can't do that.
Okay.
It's too deep. It's
All
too
right.
deep a hole.
Yeah.
That
would open up too
much. You can't
much.
start saying this person is this other person reincarnated.
Not yet.
Not yet. We're not there yet. I'm not that desperate.
Try back in another 100 episodes.
I could see robber girl starting like a school of self-defense kind of thing.
Or just telling people knives are cool. She did
here's
not
how you
shy
tickle.
away from like brandishing
She's-
and showing off her knife
she
in
is-
recent company.
She is like the Tony Robbins for the way of the knife.
Unanana
It's
traveled in
cheap.
her youth.
It's chief evangelist.
Unanana traveled in her youth to seek the tutelage.
Yes, and became Saint Unanana of the knife. Or whatever the appropriate cultural version would be.
So this story was told to get children to laugh in the face of an elephant's death.
Yes.
It was there to teach them that mortality was funny. Is there a moral to this?
I mean, don't eat pretty people, or their moms are gonna come mess you up.
I guess don't mess with people's children. Maybe the moral is just like, it's okay, children. Mother's looking out for
Mom
you.
will tear
Like
apart
mommy-
an elephant from the inside.
Like mommy will
Make you
kick some
safe.
kick some ass if anything happens to you.
I should have saved this one for Mother's Day, because that is a very sweet Mother's Day
Yeah,
message.
I like this one. I don't have problems with it. I just like it.
Was that the question that you wrote down before?
Yeah, it's over there.
It's part of the cork board.
It's part of the tapestry that I'm weaving on this coffee table in labels. Yeah, I don't have issues with it. I don't know, I do want to know why the animals wanted her children, like, other than...
What were the other ones plotting?
Like, do they all want to eat them?
Yeah, I think that's our biggest hole here, is all of these animals showing up and, like, ogling these kids.
And why did the elephant eat, like, villages worth of people and they're still alive down there?
Despite not having anything to eat. Until realizing they could cut meat off.
Well, they probably didn't have a knife, because not all of them
The
are
knife hasn't
disciples
spread yet.
of Church of the Knife, and that's
Well,
why
now they will be.
that's why she becomes a saint.
This is her miracle.
Yes.
Her first miracle.
You only need one miracle in the Church of the Knife. But it has to be a knife
It has
miracle.
to be knife
It
related.
has to be a knife miracle.
So she taught unto the villagers that always you should carry with you a large knife.
I would start if I was rescued from inside an elephant by a knife wielding person.
Yeah.
I would do what they said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
she-
strap that to my leg at all times.
She made converts. Like people saw the truth of her ways. And they picked up the blade for themselves.
Yeah, like kid ogling animal squad is
Is
probably the
it
deepest concern here.
Curious.
is it a women only church?
It's definitely women led.
The vibe maybe yeah.
It's a matriarchal society.
Yeah, this is a very matriarchal institution, maybe. I like it. I'm into it.
We need to make Robber Girls Church of the Knife t-shirts.
Yeah, if you want one, we'll design like a crest.
I got tickle all the animals in Latin. At the bottom.
Hey, what's your Google history like?
It's not great.
Every creative person's Google history is a disaster.
Hey, Alexa, how do you say tickle the animals with a knife in Latin?
Did she hear you?
No.
No,
Nah,
she's
It's a
too
shame.
worthless.
We should do an episode where we just turn on like the response mode.
I have Alexa as
See
our
what-
special
See
guest.
what's up as Alexa?
Yeah.
With Alexa.
Well, we could do that for our episode 100 because I don't think we have any special guests lined up for that. Or in town.
Seems like a boring centennial.
Special guest, the Amazon robot.
Slowly becoming self-aware. But really, why did this elephant eat so many people? That's not what elephants eat.
It was trying to fill a pit in its life.
Let's
There's
say
an emptiness in it.
let's say that it's not for sustenance.
What was the attractiveness of the denizens inside?
Well, children were like top tier.
We talking tens?
The kids were.
9s and 10s.
Total dimes?
Maybe it was like 8s and 9s, and he found these perfect 10 kids, and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat these
I
and have
have
a
to
nap."
absorb them.
Add these to the collection.
He broke one of his tusks,
Yep.
so maybe he is not beautiful in the elephant sense anymore.
And he thinks
I-
by
Well-
internalizing attractive people.
It's what's inside that counts.
Yeah, and he took that very literally.
Yeah.
I was going to go a different direction,
Uh-huh.
and that he will consume the world's beauty.
Until he's beautiful by comparison.
Yeah.
That goat's a 9. I gotta eat it.
I will lay is this the chief adversary of the Church of the Knife? Probably not. I think
No.
there's better stuff out there.
Yeah.
But I do like the idea of a beauty eater and ruiner. Like it's just determined to consume everything that is beautiful in the world until it's the best.
I will be the hottest. You'll see, Sheila.
It's starting with children to nip future beauty in the bud.
Right, like if
Yeah.
they're this hot now that they're like calling baboons out of the forest, once they bloom into sexual maturity, it's just
I
gonna be.
don't want to talk too much about hot children. That seems like a dangerous subject area.
Yeah, it is. It's terrible.
Yeah. So what are all these animals doing out there?
The jaguar's not even hungry. It's just like, yo, check out those bots.
Yeah,
and then he goes back in.
They're just like, yeah, look at those kids.
I have
And
an
they're
answer.
back in the jungle.
I have an answer for you guys, but you're not going to like it.
Figured.
Okay.
Most of your answers are not to our liking.
They're just the paparazzi safari.
You're off the show. Cricket,
Cricket,
take
you're up.
place.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody.
We're ending this now.
Okay. So we have an elephant that is determined to consume the world's beauty. What does that mean for the other animals? Are they just creepy admirers?
Are they the mob?
Were they testing the waters to make sure that...
Are they the elephant's feelers?
They definitely rat out the elephant's location, but they also know where the elephant is. So maybe they are like his underlings, his mob squires. I don't know.
They didn't get their hazard pay, so they're
Yeah.
not shutting their mouths once they've been
Well,
caught.
they're faced with a disciple of the Church of the Knife.
They know better.
You don't
Maybe they got in too deep.
You don't cross a knife tickler.
They knew, like, we're gonna steal these hot kids, but they didn't know who they belonged to. They didn't know who owned the paperwork on them.
I mean, they asked.
Oh. Well, okay, that's just bad planning.
They asked. Let me see if the
They did. They said, who do these children belong to? And they said, Unanana.
did the elephant ask? I think the elephant
Yeah.
asked too.
I believe so.
The elephant just didn't care. The other animals, they knew. They didn't mess with Unanana at all. The elephant messed with Unanana. So the other animals went up to this cousin. They're like, "Who are these kids?" And the cousin's like, "Oh, it's Unanana's." And they're like, "Oh,
Oh,
crap!"
the knife
Yeah,
woman.
they
The
all-
knife tickler.
They-
And then they creep back in.
So they all knew better.
Yeah.
The elephant didn't. That makes sense. So these kids are just a hot commodity.
Yeah. Everyone wants a piece of these kids.
Did they and presumably other good-looking people around town. Why do the other animals want them though? If the elephant is consuming beauty, then what is it? Like, what is it with the other ones? What are they planning to do?
I mean, maybe they're looking for sacrifices to give the elephant so that he'll stop consuming the beauty of their kind.
Or inversely, they know that beauty is about to become a wanted commodity.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna look
Just-
at it while I have the chance.
Just
that?
anything
So they're gonna-
anything beautiful in like the most abstract sense.
No, they're like art thieves.
Oh, okay. So the elephant is driving up the value of beauty.
Yeah.
And so now
Oh.
a bunch of people are out there like trying to get in
beautiful
on that
things.
market.
Yeah.
Like the most abstract sense of the word beauty.
Yeah.
Anything.
It's the beauty stock market.
Sunshine hitting a cobweb.
I need to take this flower home with me before an elephant eats it.
Yeah.
And then I need to sell it
Absolutely
to
you do.
someone.
You need to flip it.
Beauty flippers.
Fence it.
New on HGTV.
Sometimes it's kids. I feel like
Sometimes it's goats.
every other sentence needs a huge disclaimer in this episode. I don't want to keep talking about this. But the story said it first. So they're just looking to make a profit off of this.
Yeah, they're gonna flip these children.
How many ugly people are there?
Like,
And how many good ones are left?
At least one, and it's a cousin.
Yeah, they were not interested in the cousin
right.
at all.
So maybe the cousin is representative of most of the people in the area now that the elephant has swallowed a village of beautiful people.
Well, the story is reducing people to their physical attractiveness now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is reducing their worth to that, which is not a good message to send.
It's true.
Can we redeem this? I don't want this to be a negative story.
Well,
Because you like it so much.
I do kind of like
the
it.
villain's motivation is physical attractiveness.
Right. Sure. Everybody's just responding to that.
Right.
The
Like
other animals.
everyone has to like work within the framework that the elephant has created through his infinite maw.
But I feel like Unanana knows better.
She says them all. She doesn't know the goat is a 9.
Yeah.
How would we
She
rate?
didn't care.
How would we rate
Yeah.
goat beauty? The elephant knows because he is a studier of beauty in all its forms, so that he can consume it and make sure that he's on top.
He knows like all about what makes a goat very sexually attractive.
Right.
I like the picture that we're painting of this elephant where something bad happened to his tusk, and then he became a Batman villain that was singularly focused on the one thing that made him different and was going to teach the world a lesson.
Essentially, but Unanana doesn't care if you're good looking.
She doesn't care if
Or-
you're a goat or a meat-eating cow.
Is there a meat-eating cow in
Yeah,
there?
because the cows also partake of the elephant meat. Goats will
yeah.
eat
I mean,
anything,
they're gonna
so
give
that's
it a
not
shot.
weird.
They haven't eaten anything for who knows how long.
But yeah,
It's
was
a
moment
miracle
in the
they didn't
story.
eat the cow in there.
That's true.
And the goat.
Maybe they had a bunch of cheese.
Well, they
I
also
mean-
didn't have knives, but now
Yeah,
they will.
but I think you could punch one to death if you really had to. Have we talked about punching cattle to death before?
I don't think that's been.
I don't
on
know
our
why that
show.
would come up.
I mean,
I also don't know why it wouldn't.
yeah, it's kind of in the middle there.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, maybe there's a cliff inside. There,
There are hills.
yeah,
If you
there's a
roll a
way.
cow
When
down
there's
a
where
hill-
there's a will, there's a way.
Sure.
How many people sitting on a cow does it take to turn that into beef?
I think you would jump instead of just sit.
Well, if you just get like critical mass, like the child that
You
broke the
just-
cow's back.
You need to drop a human
You
pyramid
want
on
a
it.
you want a cow panini.
Yeah. Making little burger patties.
I am interested in the scope of the world inside this elephant. Like, how far does it go?
Is there day?
How many
Is there night?
how many discrete cultures are in there? Is it just one?
Do they have their own church?
Did they meld like goat and cow and person culture meld into one?
Maybe. Are there different human villages
There might be different villages.
with
I
their
don't
own
know-
stuff going on?
I don't know how far the elephant's rampage would have ranged for huge cultural differences.
How
Among
much
the
how much
humans?
space is there to spread out? How long have they been down there? Enough to have children?
Are there
Just-
new beautiful blind children?
Is there an
Who've never seen the light of day?
Is there an in-elephant dating site? Like,
Once they get
okay,
out,
Cupid for inside the elephant.
once they get out, they will probably have to start that. I
At
feel
least-
like they can only date amongst themselves.
At least a therapy group.
Yeah,
there's,
they're
there's
gonna
a
need
recovery group
something.
held in the basement of the church with a knife.
So what do you think, Gordy? Did we turn that around?
Do we turn it around?
Yeah, how do you feel now?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Is your mind at ease?
I wanna keep Cottage in the Sky, copyright Studio Ghibli, on deck for later. 'Cause that sounds like fun too.
I mean, all of the stories that we haven't read yet are on deck for later, whether you want them to be or not.
Yeah, but some of them I'm not into.
I know. I'm gonna have to force them on you at some point.
I don't know which one we've been avoiding.
Our Lady's Child you've avoided a lot.
Have we?
Yes.
I did not recognize it when you said it.
You've avoided it like 3 or 4 times, to my memory.
I do not remember it coming up a single time.
I think it's because it sounds like a soap opera.
It sounds like a boring story. Ladies have kids all the time.
Spice it up.
What's cool about that?
Where's the ghost murder?
Where's the knife wielding good woman?
Where's the tower to the moon?
The cool one who knows what she's doing. Whenever we get a character who just like has some sense of a plan and can carry it out, I have to cling to them. 'Cause it's so rare that you get anybody with any like real strength of will.
An actual role model of some kind?
Yeah.
Where that plan makes real human sense.
Yeah, like I get this one. Like what's the moral? Pick up a knife and handle your business.
Deal
When
with the problem.
Like when somebody steps to, you got to step back. Take care of it. It's like
If somebody doesn't give you the answer you want, yell at them again until they eat you and then kill them from the inside.
After feasting on their stomach flesh.
that's how gangs used to settle their differences.
Strengthen yourself on the meat of your enemy, then destroy your enemy. Sun Tzu. Also a disciple of the Church of the
Oh
Knife.
man,
Sun Tzu
that's
chapter.
my headcanon.
That Sun Tzu is a disciple of the knife.
The Art of War is just the Rubber Girl's journal of her travels.
Sun Tzu was her Eastern pseudonym.
Is her pen name?
Yeah,
So people would take her seriously.
she wanted to fit in.
Yeah, I like that duo. Have to fit them into the mythos somewhere. I don't know what role they play, but they are certainly a powerful force.
Was that this one wrapped up then?
It
Any dangling threads that need attention?
Feels right to me.
I think we solved the major problems.
Yeah, I feel good about it.
I mean, cows eating meat is but also, most animals will eat mice given the chance. Deer will totally kill a mouse and eat it.
Take that, mice.
They will.
Nobody likes you.
They're like the anti-vegans. Their digestive system is specifically designed for only vegetation, and they'll still eat some meat.
I don't care. This mouse will die by my hand.
Pandas are the ultimate vegans.
Yeah, but even pandas,
If a mouse comes along, a panda's gonna eat it.
yeah, they'll break its little neck in their panda mouths.
That's a good note to end on. We're What the Folklore. That's how it works.
Thanks, Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
Thank you.
Thank you, who, Gordy?
Thank you, Doug. Of course it's Doug.
Tra-la-di-di-hi-di-ho, hi-di-hi-di-hi-di-ho, tra-la-di-di-hi-di-ho, happily ever after. Tra-la-di-di-hi-di-ho, hi-di-hi-di-hi-di-ho, tra-la-di-di-hi-di-ho, she lived happily ever after.
This has been What the Folklore. Thanks for listening to our show. If you have any feedback for us, you can leave it either by Gmail or Facebook. Our Gmail account is wtfolklore@gmail.com, and our Facebook page can be found at facebook.com/WTFolklore. Feel free to send in stories if you have any particularly odd pieces of folklore or mythology that you would like to hear us talk about. Special thanks to the Brobdingnagian Bards for the use of their song Happily Ever After from their album Brobdingnagian Fairy Tales.